Hi guys, my name is Ingrid. I'm a vegan bodybuilder and a plant-based chef, and I'm gonna walk you through what I eat in a day. So why bodybuilding? There was a point in my life where I just wanted to get into the best shape ever. And, I decided I'm gonna do a show. I'm gonna do a bodybuilding show. And I'm really gonna push myself to the limit. And I got there and I did my first show and it was amazing. And I never felt or looked so good. To look down the line of like the 7 years that I've been doing it and see, wow, this is how far I've come and this is how much I've changed. And it's just pretty awesome. And then to look back at clients and see that change is really amazing because it's just, you see someone evolve. You see yourself evolve, you see someone else evolve, and I think it's just beautiful. So I've been vegan now for about a year. Well, I decided to go vegan partly because in training, because I eat 6 meals a day, those meals were usually a lot of meat. So I was eating anywhere between like 4.5 to 5 ounces of meat. So it's like chicken and turkey and fish. And it was just so heavy. I prep for a show maybe 12 to 14 weeks out. So for those 12 to 14 weeks, I'm 6 meals a day, all meat, every day. And after a show, every time I would do a show, I would always go vegan for like a month before I would get ready for my next show. And in that month that I would go vegan, I always felt better. My skin looked better, I felt healthier, and I was able to lift heavier. And I, would think to myself, there's something to this. So I started replacing like 2 meat meals with 2 plant-based meals. And then I increased it to 3. And then I increased it to all of them. And so that's how I started. And, I always get the question of, well, what do you do for protein? What do you do for protein? And, here's the thing. There's a huge, yes, you need protein in your diet. But it's such a huge misconception that protein is the only thing to put on muscle. Your muscle is made predominantly of glycogen, which is a carbohydrate. When you eat carbs, you build muscle. So I eat 6 meals a day. I eat 6 meals a day, one, because little meals a day, it helps to keep your metabolism going. This is how you got to think about your metabolism. Imagine you had a fire, and if I told you to keep the fire going all day, would you feed it like little twigs to keep it going? Or would you wait until the end of the day and then pile all this wood on it? No, you would give it a little bit of wood, substantial, not too much, not too little, throughout the day to keep it burning, basically. So that's what your metabolism is. So I have 6 meals a day to basically keep the body burning, always converting to energy. So with these meals, they're very balanced depending on what I'm doing. And when I say balance, I mean macro balance. So that's your proteins, your fat, and your carbohydrates. My day is usually crazy. I'm always on the go and I'm always in the gym. So I always meal prep, usually Sundays. Sundays is the meal prep day. And I meal prep for at least 4 days in advance. I eat every about 2 to 3 hours. Once I get to the 3-hour mark, I'm usually hangry. So, meal 1, after fasted cardio. Fasted cardio, just so you know, fasted cardio is cardio done on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. So it helps to burn your visceral fat, which is your stored fat, which is the wood that you left on the night before and you didn't burn. Back to that. So what I do is I take a shot of apple cider vinegar and I get on the treadmill. So after that, I then have my meal 1. Typically oatmeal. I do like a scoop of protein powder, and then I do a fat, which is usually like almond butter or peanut butter or whatever I have handy. So after meal 1, I usually take my supplements. I love the Glow gummies. And let me just tell you, I've gotten so many compliments on my skin, and usually I say, well, it's because I drink a gallon of water every day. But honestly, I think now that I'm getting all these compliments, it's definitely because of the gummies. I love those. So I take those. I also take the flatter meat, and I usually take that before every meal. So I treat it like a kind of like probiotic where I take before each meal to help break it down. And then I also take the red carpet because you want to look good, hair, nails. Most of my time is spent on stage. So as much of natural beauty that I can have come through, then why not? From there, I usually have a class or 2 classes. After I teach classes, then I have meal 2. My meal 2 is usually just a tofu scramble. So it's tofu scramble with like veggies and some seasoning and spices. I eat that, and then I usually train a few clients. After I train a few clients, I go and train myself. So after I work out, I have my next meal, which is my post-workout shake, and a scoop of raw beauty, which is so good. I love the pineapple flavor. It's my favorite fruit. And also, you just get so much more in that scoop. I mean, you get all your greens, you get all the superfoods, the probiotics. So it just makes you feel like you're doing more for your body. Then I usually have like this black bean lentil taco. And my taco shells are like bib lettuce. And I load it up with like veggies, and it's spicy, it's yummy. It's one of my favorite meals. So I eat that. Then later in the day, I get hungry again. I feel like my whole day I'm eating. After that, I have another tofu scramble. I mean, seriously, I can probably eat those like for every meal. But I have another tofu scramble. Same thing, veggies. It's light, it's quick. Then after that, I have my last meal. My last meal can be anywhere between a mango poke bowl or my favorite, which is crispy buckwheat oat groats, broccolini, black-eyed peas, and like a little bit of radishes that I kind of ferment a little, and other veggies. And then after that, I am in bed by 7:30 because I am up at 3:30, so I'm exhausted. So as you can see, I spend a lot of my time eating, but that is what I eat in a day as a vegan bodybuilder. If you want to learn more about me or some of my recipes, just follow me on Instagram at Ingrid S. Clay, or you can visit my website, ingridsclay.com. Thank you.
Like, what do people need to know about bodybuilding?
What do people need to know? We're not crazy.